Well, to my knowledge, I know during my tenure, we did not have a lot of sports psychology kind of things. I saw that presented more in the EuroLeague when I began to work with the EuroLeague, and I continue to work with the EuroLeague and the NBL of Australia. But in the NBA, there wasn't a main focus of having a sports psychologist come in and talk. We've had a few people come and talk that way, but it's probably something they should do. I think they do a little bit with it, but I don't know anything officially that they do concerning a sports psychologist. I do think they facilitate issues as they come up and become profound amongst the staff. For example, I recognized a year or two back that there was a greater conflict between players and referees. So when that situation comes about, there's a combination of talk that starts with the officiating end, that also continues with the player end. There was a meeting, I recall, during an All-Star break with the current director, Monty McCutcheon, in trying to press out the wrinkles of this conflict of disagreements. So when you have disagreements, it's a matter of how each side kind of interacts with each other concerning that disagreement. That was something I know that was talked about. I think when it got back to the NBA circles of officials in terms of the preseason camp, that would be an emphasis that they would talk about. This is our procedure we'd like to do. And we've done that before concerning, when is the technical foul issued, in terms of, for example, heat of the moment. A heat of the moment we might not respond as we have done before by giving a quick technical. So
I think the heat of the moment part has become a little too diluted at this point. I remember, you see these clips of Shaq and Barkley are just wrestling and Kareem just like swatting people up, and there was no technical. And now if you just kind of shake your head in kind of like you dunk and you shake your head, you get a technical. So I think these technicals have softened up a little bit from what it used to be during your time, Ronnie.
Well, I think we extended more latitude on technical fouls, and things had to happen more overtly for technical fouls because I think it's either the players that upgraded their style of complaining too often, to where officials now began to give technical fouls very quickly, and then I think it went to engagement and talking. And then there became too much talking and too much engagement, as if we're doing a clinic. And so you have to find a happy medium. And this continues to happen. I think one of the issues that's very important is many of the officials that come to the NBA are not so familiar with the client base of players that are playing. And they need a pathway more of engaging the kind of style of play, the type of player that's coming up, the type of young person today that reacts more quickly. They need to have a familiarity with that, so that when they hear certain things or they notice a certain gesture, not directly to them, they need to bend a little and leave that alone, except when a warning is finally given about too much complaining, an unnecessary gesture, and then all of a sudden you need to respond with obviously the authority that you have to manage the game and manage the people. Why? So they can perform better.